Alright, you all know what time it is. It's Kubera Friday. At least, it's when this goes up. Will we go for a three-peat on the hour-long videos? Who knows? We'll find out. Depends how hooked I get. Because that's the deciding factor on how long these videos run for. I won't tell a lie. If I get super hooked, we'll go for 5 episodes and that'll probably be an hour. But yeah, if you're new, hit the sub button. We really appreciate it. Share the video around. Like, comment, notification bell. All really appreciated because we're getting really close to that 500 mark. And it'd be really cool if we could get there, you know? And also, the hour-long video helps the watch time. Because did you know, longer video has longer average watch time? Crazy. Anyway, let's go. Picking up with Utah arriving at the scene. How will things go? Probably downhill. That, to be fair, that there is a sick panel. I cannot lie. What's going on? It looks like the humans are up to something. It would probably be hard to find myself a sponsor even if I went to the checkpoint right now. They say that gods can just pass right through barriers. I'm not sure if wearing this will make me seem as a god. But I'll just try for now. If it doesn't work, find another way. I feel like it might work. You know, I feel like it might work. Part 2, episode 138, Your Justice and Mine, 4. Did you manage to modify that scarf? Modifying a body part of a living creature? I've never seen or heard of it. It's late in the day. It's 11:30 right now. If I seem, or if I struggle to words, that's why. Woo! Also, look at Lutz. He looks so strange not having the big, you know, the hide of bondage on. He's just wearing a fucking suit. I've never heard of such a thing. Modifying magic sometimes works even on living creatures, Tilda. The Staff of Agni is a part of Agni, the fire god. Yet, it's been modified countless times so far. What? That's because the Staff of Agni is a godly item, but your scarf isn't a godly item. Why do you think so? The hide of bondage was used as material to modify that scarf. The godly item of that notorious god was used as a mere modifying material. There could not be a higher divinity than a primeval god. No item should be able to consume the hide of bondage as material. Never. Unless the goddess Kali. Yo, hold up. What the, whoa. We get some wild implications from this. Hot damn. Oh. Approves it. That kind of modification will never succeed. I thought it was a bit strange that you willingly used an item from someone else as a modifying material. So you agreed because you figured it wouldn't work anyway. But it ended up working. I can think of one possibility. The possibility that Utah and Kali are blood relatives. Yeah, I had a feeling you'd probably get through the barrier just fine. Yo, Kali's looking quite fine though. Even though we've only got like these sketch paintings, she's looking fine. I've never heard of Kali. Oh, but this is gonna be Lutz. I've never heard of Kali having a son, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Since she's a goddess who vanished with several Nastika names left by Vishnu. If she took one of those names to become a Nastika herself and have a son, that son would be both a Rakshasa and have the characteristics of a god. It may sound like a wild hypothesis, but there's no other explanation for me successfully modifying that scarf by using the hide of bondage as modifying material. If that hypothesis is true, isn't this a very dangerous situation? If he's the son of such a notorious goddess, there's a chance that he might misuse that modified item. Did he look like he would? No. Well, of course I think Yuta seems like a good guy. I've never seen a sir like that in my almost a century alive. Honestly, I felt kind of drawn to him. But you're not someone who acts on feelings like that, Lutz. I thought you wouldn't trust Yuta unless you had a more concrete reason. A reason? There are plenty of reasons. First of all, Ron isn't afraid of Yuta at all, and he's been very relaxed around him. Second, Agni has been silent in spite of knowing about Yuta's existence and allowed him to enter a city. And third, that day in Kalabloom. He left on his own, without Leez. Ultimately, it means that he values the life of a single human more than he values his own instincts or desires. Even if it's only limited to Leez. The fact that he made such a choice is important.
Ah, that's true. There's no cure when a creature with a long lifespan falls for someone with a short lifespan.
Are you speaking from experience?
Not my own. Anyway, as the priest, pay attention to defending Eloth. We may be far away from where the Sirs are gathering, but we still have one Kubera here.
Don't you have anything else to say?
About what?
Never mind. Is she the other Kubera? Well, what does that document say? I'm not fucking trying to read that. The result of the most recent life search shows that there are 3 Kubera left. One in Rindhallow, Eloth, and here in Era Plateau. I'm keeping it a secret just in case, but I've already figured out who all 3 are. The Sura are targeting Rindhallow since it has the weakest defenses of the 3 cities. Most of the Rakshasa and Umpani high-rank Sura are concentrated around Rindhallow right now. If the attack is as big as the one on Atera, they should be able to stop it at Rindhallow. But there are way more Sura around Rindhallow right now than there were during the attack on Atera. Ananta, Garuda, even Yakshasa. Yaksha. Not Yakshasa, Yaksha. Rindhallow will be destroyed if we don't do something.
So, you're going to move Era Plateau to help Rindhallow?
That's right. Era Plateau is the only floating city out of the 6 cities that can move around. If another city moves through the air and overlaps with its barrier, both of the cities are much safer than when they're separate. They can't always stay together since it causes a few problems, but this is the best option for at least temporary defense.
But this would endanger everyone, including the Kubera in Era Plateau. How can you go through with this without discussing with other people?
There's no time to ask for opinions, and I'm not in a position to accept any opposing opinions. Have you thought about what the Sura's next target will be after the Kubera in Rindhallow dies? In the face of a planet-level threat, thinking of our own safety and spreading out would only bring about our own demise. If we can't beat them, we'll be in danger, no matter where we are. If they launch a full-scale attack over there, we need to make it our goal to drive them away with our full force.
What about those who can't fight? Shouldn't we evacuate them first? Irie, we can't evaluate people like that from Era Plateau. It would take forever to evaluate citizens with only a few evacuate citizens with our few transport ships.
It's unfortunate, but we'll have to take everyone here with us in order to help Rindhallow. So, I hope you will each try to minimize civilian casualties as best you can.
Phew, this puts a lot of pressure on us.
I knew it was strange that the meeting suddenly got changed to Era Plateau. Checking Asha's magic records was only the superficial reason, huh? The real reason was to increase support for Rindhallow, right? Since this is the best way to gather high rankers who have lots of time on their hands, especially people like you. What's this? Poor Claude. He's just a little guy. Claude's just a little guy. What's he ever done wrong? Come on. What's Claude ever done wrong? He's just a little guy. He's just goofing around. Let him do what he wants. He's not hurting anyone. Let him goof around. I really did just pass right through. Being your son comes in handy sometimes, Mother.
If I keep wearing this, I should be able to enter and leave cities like a god. Right? But I don't need that kind of ability. This is just for Leez. Ah! Leez!
Yeah. He would never misuse an item like this, would he? He would never do anything like, you know, clingy or anything like that. I mean, look, he's got good intentions, you know. He's got good intentions, but yikers. Yikers. Yeah, I've just realized it's Wednesday. I just realized it's fucking Wednesday. Well, re-realized. I know it was Wednesday because I uploaded a video for today, but like, yeah, it's been weird. I went to sleep really late. Had to wake up really early because there was a house viewing at the place I'm at. So I had to get up early so that there was someone to like let them in case the fucking landlord forgot the keys. And so also so they can get into my room because it can't be unlocked from the outside or locked from the outside. Weird information for me to tell you, but yeah, it's a pain in the ass. And so I was up really early, which wasn't fun. And then I had a nap in the middle of the day. And so it feels like 2 days have passed when in reality, none have in the periods of time I've been asleep. Wild. Anyway, weird how your brain works.
What's going on? I haven't seen that since the Great Upheaval. Although I heard that it can move around when another city is in crisis. They stayed still during the Atera attack and Caliblim attack. Why they only moved it this time? Is the situation that serious? Christ.
Interesting. This is just like a weird, like, not necessarily nitpick, but I don't know what to call this. Interesting that the way the translators decided to use Christ here, even though this world has its own gods and like deified figures. So it's interesting that they're using Christ as just a phrase. You'd think it would like how like a lot of series do with this type of thing, where they replace, you know, good God with whatever, you know, deity's name is, you know, good as such and such. You know what I mean? Interesting that they've done that. I don't know. Normally I wouldn't even pick up on that. I think it's because I'm fucking tired. I've noticed that. But hey, interesting.
I knew this would happen since I heard the news about the Atera attack. The magicians will probably make decisions on their own. Oppose and go nuts, right? I don't even care whether it's a battlefield or whatever. Being inside this city sure beats being outside it. Even considering this and that, we've been living in Air Plateau because we like it here. Where else could we possibly go and live in a house like we do here? Man, I wouldn't have lived like such a bum if I had any real magic talent, fighting skills or whatever. Hey, then you'd probably get pushed onto the battlefield right away. Whether it's because of a sense of responsibility or because people push you into it, you would obviously be in a dangerous situation. I'd rather just live without any kind of talent while getting protection.
Everyone in your village is dead. False. None of them are. None of them died. Based on the statistical, you know, thing, the reading that was given really, really early on. No deaths.
I'll tell you how to kill him.
In a battle against high-rank Sura with ridiculous regeneration powers, there's a huge difference between whether the owner of the Sword of Return participates or not. Plus, it's not like we can hand Leez's sword over to anyone else. So, it would be good if Leez helped out, even by throwing the sword from a distance and retrieving it.
Did Asha predict this kind of situation too? Am I acting according to Asha's plan, even now? Then that would be really funny. So funny. It would bring tears to my eyes.
Who's saying that? Oh, it's Ron. Jeez. Forcing us to move to Rin Hollow? Why wasn't I told about this? After I did the life search for him and tried so hard to help him, he keeps the most important thing from me. Pah.
Ah! Ron!
If I had known this would happen, it would have been better for you to stay in Misty Shore.
What do you mean? It's better this way. They need recovery spell experts in this kind of battle.
Is that so? Then why didn't you just apply for the Rinhouse support team to begin with?
I thought you might worry.
What?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Hey, Rana? What do you mean by that just now? You're not alone, Leez. It's just... he's got other things to worry about. And it seems like Yuta's gonna swoop in like a knight in muddied armor. And seem like he's, you know, a good, you know, the hero that Leez needs, when in reality he's just showing up when she's at her lowest. Which is something that Yuta's kind of consistently done. If you know, you think he doesn't exactly plan it, but he kind of does. Even if he's not doing it on purpose, he is building up a dependency of like building Leez's dependency on him in the same way that Asha did, only less maliciously, of course. It's interesting, the contrast between Asha's relationship with Leez and Yuta's, even though it's like a Venn diagram. There's some overlap, but different sides, definitely. Part 2, episode 139, Your Justice and Mine, 5. I clicked on the wrong tab. Fuck. Tab window.
Should I just give it to her when she wakes up? No. They say that Leez doesn't even remember what happened that day. So, if she stops me and asks me why I'm leaving, I couldn't even explain that.
I think she does remember.
It's not like anything's gonna happen to Leez right now, so there's no need to go and leave her with sadness. I'll just leave this to Leez secretly after she falls asleep and then leave.
Don't do that, Yuta.
Ugh. It would be really dangerous if I stay and watch her more. It's unfortunate, but I'll have to go right now. I'm sorry I can't be by your side, but I will at least protect you like this when you're in danger. Hang in there, Leez. Yuta? I'm not dreaming, am I? Yuta, it's you, isn't it? Yuta? What a relief. You're back. I've been waiting for you for so long. There's no way she'd be happy to see me if she remembered what happened before. It looks like she really doesn't remember what happened in Color Bloom. Do you have any idea how much I worried when you disappeared without saying anything? Yuta, look at me. Why are you turned around? Don't leave like that anymore, okay? I'm sorry, Leez. Huh? That's strange. I tried to leave the city right away. But why did I only make it this far? Okay, maybe I was a bit wrong. Maybe my previous statement might have been a bit off. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Leez? What? What are you doing, Leez? Why are you attacking? Why are you leaving? You promised me. You said you would stay by my side until I tell you to go. You promised. Don't go. Don't go, Yuta. Please.
Okay, that wasn't quite as fucked up as I was imagining it to be. That was actually quite wholesome and sad. Fuck, man. This plays on my... Well, I say plays on the emotions. A scene like that doesn't really cut too deep with me. Like, it doesn't make me feel sad, but like, that's a tender scene. That's really sweet. Sweet is the wrong word. I know it's a sad scene, but obviously I'm not gonna fucking tear up. I'm gonna fucking stone. I don't know. Something analogy. I don't know. Who's saying this? I actually don't know who's saying what's being said here.
You know, when you're sad about something that you can't tell other people about.
I've got the fucking hiccups, you're joking, it's awful timing.
It's so comforting just to have someone who you can cry with. Am I that kind of person for you, Yuta? I see. That kind of makes me happy. If you ever want to cry about something, come and see me anytime.
Back then, I suddenly became curious. I wondered, who can Leez cry openly with? Can I become that person for her? If I say that these tears of hers make me a little bit happy, does that make me a bad person? A little bit, yeah. Yeah, just a touch. Wait, no. What am I thinking right now? The reason Leez is leaning on me is because she forgot the terrible thing that happened to her that day. But not remembering what happened doesn't make it go away. I have to leave for Leez's sake. Because if I stay with her, the same thing will definitely happen again.
No. No. Don't go. Yuta. No.
I'm sorry, Leez. I want to stay by your side, but if I do...
Are you worried that will happen again? Don't worry about that, Yuta. I'm really fine.
We just got a panel for the thumbnail. Sorry, the fucking YouTuber brain. It's a problem. Someone send help, please. The 5-day-a-week schedule does things to a man. At least it's not 7. It could be 7. It'll never be 7. Like, unless, I don't know, I hit fucking 20,000 subs or some shit and I could do this almost full time. Then I'd do 5 days a week. 7 days a week. And I'd do fucking daily uploads. I'd read like extra webtoons and shit. I'd do fuckloads. But that's never gonna happen. So, it's never hitting 7. Oh god, no. Maybe it'd be 6 on a live stream, maybe. That'd be more interesting, I think. Anyway, why we're talking about this hypothetical future. Part 2. So 140, your justice and mine, 6. I'm not sure how I should comfort you. First of all, please, say she doesn't remember anything that happened. And then,
I can't remember. I guess I fell asleep while waiting for Asha?
I mean, that was a blatant fucking lie. Obviously it was.
Don't go.
Yeah.
What's this? So you do remember it? You remember everything? Yeah, even with those painful memories, how can you... right now? Why, Leez? Why are you...
I was close. I almost lost my mind again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Leez.
Shoot. We have to learn recovery magic, no matter how difficult it is.
I don't mind the pain.
Oh wait, Leez is saying that.
But if I faint again...
Leez? Leez?
No. If I close my eyes... If I close my eyes... He'll leave again.
I mean, like, having your tongue bit through would just fucking kill you. Like, you'd bleed out. But obviously, I mean, you know, she'd had... But I guess the Golden Knight is the only reason she's able to survive having her tongue bitten through. But, like, she would just fucking die. Like, if you bite through your tongue, you die. You bleed out.
I have to keep my eyes open. I have to hold on to him. Yuta, don't go. You can't leave.
You can't leave now, bozo. Responsibility. You better not have fucking left, Yuta. Better not have done it.
Ah, are you awake now? Do you feel any pain? You have no idea how surprised I was when Ron carried you here, covered in blood. in the middle of the night. Why the heck would you do something like that when your regenerative abilities have decreased because of the Sword of Return? Plus, you don't even know how to use recovery magic. Thank you for reviving me, but Yuta, where's Yuta? We may not be very close, but I'm gonna have to nag you a bit.
I mean, I'm not like, fuck me, Ron is looking nice. I would say Ron's fucking scored, bro. I'm not doing myself any favors with the blue hair thing, am I? I'm not doing myself any favors with the blue-haired fictional women, am I? I'm really not. But like, look at her. How can you not? How is she not fucking fine? Like, Ron scored.
I heard a bit from Ron about what kind of relationship you and the Rakshasa named Yuta have, but this just isn't right. Even if Yuta is friendly towards you, if he can control his instincts, you need to be able to avoid each other. The bracelet self-regeneration quality doesn't even work in Air Plateau, so you almost really got yourself killed. Did you really think that no one would care if that happened? It doesn't work like that. Ron was so worried and upset after seeing what happened to you yesterday. Damn it! It looks like she remembers that he almost ate her in Calibloom. What should I do? She approaches Yuta first, even while remembering all that. She really must be out of her mind. Crap. She's lost her way because she doesn't have anyone to turn to since Asha ended up like that. I should have looked after her and taken care of her more. That Rakshasa, Yuta, seems to have left you with Ron since he was really worried about you. Ron also cares for you a lot. I know that you must feel hopelessly lost now that Asha is in prison since you depended on her so much. But still, you can't be so reckless with your own body for your own sake, and that of the people around you. Thank you for the advice, but I haven't felt hopelessly lost about Asha being imprisoned. That's not true. Not at all. Do you know where Yuta went? No. All I know is that he disappeared as soon as he delivered you to Ron.
What a bitch. Thing is, he's probably not too far away. I imagine Ron might have mentioned something about this. Oh, I actually doubt it. Probably would have been too focused on what was going on with Leez. But Yuta will probably turn up for the shit going on at Rin Hollow, I imagine. We'll see though.
I see. Well, I want some of the recovery magic. Can you teach me? You mean Hotiasvins? That spell is so hard to learn that even Ron gave up on learning it. The calculations are completely different from other spells. Even Ron almost failed at this spell, and he has no need to calculate when using magic.
I mean, neither does Leez. The logic of time. Oh yeah, Hotiasvins isn't healing, it's like reverting something to a previous state. So a book being called The Logic of Time makes sense. How dare him book anger me! I imagine he wasn't like serious angry, he was like fucking, you know, Xbox microphone screamer angry there, but I can't do that.
Still, if I learn a bit now, I could at least try to use it when I'm in danger. When I read about Bhavati Kubera, I looked for books about stuff like astronomy and physics, so... Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. This is what you were wearing. You looked uncomfortable, so I took it off and put it aside. But wherever you got it, whenever you get a bit far away from it, it just flies right over and sticks to you. That's why I couldn't hang it up on its own, so I folded it up and placed it by the bedside. Apparently, it's Yuta's scarf modified with the hide of bondage as material. Must have come to give that to you. Yuta's... When I'm by her side, she is in pain. Even if I go far away, she is in pain. If she has no choice but to be in pain either way, then I will try to do as she wishes.
Yeah. I told you he wouldn't be... I didn't think he'd be far.
I hope that this choice will be at least slightly better for her.
I mean, I know that things will end up with you actually being by her side properly, given some time. I think we'll do 4. We'll stop after this one. Unless something absolutely absurd happens at the end of this episode that makes me want to read a 5th one. But let's go, shall we?
I'm hungry. Come to think of it, when did I last eat something? But I don't really feel like going to look for something to eat. I need to put everything aside just to eat whenever I was hungry before. Now, I'm not even sure why I was like that. Kaz would probably tease me and ask me if I'm on a diet if he saw me now. Who?
Part 2. Episode 141. Your Justice and Mine. 7. What the? Someone stole tons of food from the kitchen?
Fruits, crackers, they took almost all of the prepared food that can be eaten right away.
Even the meat is gone. You know, Yu's gotta get something for himself.
Hey, for someone to have stolen from a temple, that's actually kind of impressive. Still, now that Air Plateau arrived here, we can get food from them. Geez, sorry, Kasak. It looks like the kitchen has been robbed. You'll have to look for me in another kitchen.
Just forget about it. Just forget it. Just get out.
What? What are you gonna do here? There's almost nothing left for you to eat.
Hey! Don't talk back to Kasak. Just go! Hurry!
Okay.
How long have you been here? I heard that you left Kala Bloom.
How long I've been here isn't what really matters, is it, Kasak? The real important thing is whose side I'm going to take in this battle.
Yuta? Don't say shit like that.
And whether we're friends or enemies right now.
We're neither friends nor enemies.
We could always be both.
When did you learn to be, when did you learn dark humor, Yuta? Who did you learn that from? Or does it run in the family? It probably runs in the species, to be honest.
This can't be. Asha? Phew. Ever since she was a student, she's never seemed to care at all about the rights for halves. Still, this is over the top. How could a person do something like this if they have even a shred of compassion? Ah, is that a new official letter? What is it? Why are you hiding it? Isn't it an official letter for the temple? Ah, well, it's just... A deposit statement? Ah, so it was addressed personally to you. Ah, that's right. It's for me. Part of it is official, but since Agni insisted...
Make sure that Brilith doesn't find out about Ash's trial. Brilith wouldn't be able to forgive actions like these with her values. The moment she finds out, she'll be shocked and totally drained of vigor. On top of that, she would lose the only thing that kept her going when she was in a life and death crisis. In a situation where if the situation were more stable, I would at least tell her and try to help her recover her peace of mind. But being in a situation now, where a fight could break out any day, we need to hide it from Brilith. It's like it weaker too, when Brilith is unstable.
But why would they send such a large sum of money from Rin Hollow? They're daily sending the kind of money that most citizens could never dream of earning in their entire lives. My father is there as a mercenary right now. I see, so Kasak's earnings. But seeing how he's purposely gone to such a dangerous area, just to send money home to his daughter? He may not say it out loud, but it looks like he cares about you a lot. Miss Priestess, big news! Aero Plateau was moved to Rin Hollow. They took all of the magicians who were at the Grand Magicians Conference with them. It looks like they're going to fight the Suras at Rin Hollow. What? What? How could they do something that significant without telling us beforehand? I did get a document before asking whether this was the best option or whether they should stop. And you let them because you decided that was the best option? The best option? Well, yeah, it's the best option that humans have. Will the damage be serious? I hear that the Sura around Rinhollow are ridiculously powerful. Are you worried about Rinhollow? Or about Kasak, who's in Rinhollow? You probably won't be able to help, as you did in the previous attacks, will you? Ah, fuck, got the... Who was saying that wrong? Will you, Agni? I won't. I can't leave Atera. I used to be able to leave, but not anymore. Because I can't get too far from Brilith. Then why don't we go together? As long as we're sure that Atera isn't an attack target for the Sura, it would be better for you to go and help than to stay here and protect Atera. If not being able to be too far away from me is the problem, you can just take me with you. That's right, and I can handle Atera's barrier. But that'll bring her in risk of finding out about the truth about Asha. And then finding out that Agni tried to hide it from her. But that would make you a target, Brilith. Since it would be easy to catch you than to face me, the enemy would go after you. You may experience something even more terrible than the last attack on the Terror. What, you mean when Best Girl Sagara was being old bitchy to second Best Girl Brilith? Is that the like the scene with the two best girls in the whole webtoon? Is that what you're talking about? Like, I mean, I want that again. I want as much as that as you'll throw at me, because I think these two have fucking brilliant chemistry. Give me lots of it, because it means we get more Sagara screen time and also more Brother screen time. I like them both a lot. Still, we can't just stand by and watch. There's a huge difference between whether you help out or not. How could I back out when all the other magicians are getting involved? There are a lot of humans who say that kind of thing on the outside. But inside, most of them worry about their own safety and calculate everything selfishly. Could it be that he's worried that I would get in the way? It's still better than not going at all, though. That idiot Smith. But he could save so many people. His public image would only get worse if he just stayed here now that everyone knows about him getting summoned. Think about your reputation, you sleek god. Alright then, if that's what you want, priestess. Well, let's go together. To Rinhollow. Alright, we'll leave that there. I hope you enjoyed, and with that out of the way, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and I hope to join next time for another video. Ta-ta! For now.